right, good morning, kindergarten and first grade. So in this lesson, we are going to be starting our attendance poster initiative. And in this poster we're making, it's all about why attending your online classes and just attending school in general is so important. Obviously, we know if you were there at school, you do better in school. So that's what this is all about. And so we're starting that off with a border for our poster. Borders are really common in a lot of posters. They often look really nice. And then on the inside of the poster is the content of the poster, what the poster is all about. And so we are going to make a border today. What you are going to need is your ruler, a pencil, and you're going to need an eraser for this part. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to take our ruler and we're going to line it up with the edge of our paper. And then we are going to draw a line with our pencil straight across. Just like that. We're going to do that on all four of our sides. Okay, I started there, so I only have one line to erase later. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. I'm going to start right there, draw my line, and then line it up right here, and just draw like that. Okay, now for your eraser, you're going to come in and get rid of the line on the inside of your border. So that we just have what looks kind of like a picture frame. A box on the inside, and we have the outside like this. All right. So now what you're going to do for this project is you're going to find a whole bunch of things around your house that you can trace that are going to go inside your border. So what I found is I found a dice, a little circle to trace, and then I also found one of my son's Lego blocks. Okay, so it's a square on the bottom. That's why I'm using it. Okay, so now let's talk about patterns. We are focusing on patterns for our border. And patterns are really important. They are common not only in nature, but also in art that many people create. And so a pattern is simply lines, shapes, or pictures that repeat. For example, if I'm using the things that I found, I have a triangle, a circle, and then a square. So if I draw a triangle, a circle, and a square, I just have three shapes sitting there. But if I repeat them more than once, now I have a pattern. Just like that. And so that's how we're going to do this project. We're going to use patterns in the outside of our borders. And so here's the only thing that you have to try to figure out. Is your pattern going to fit correctly in your border and go all the way across? I already found out, because I tested this out a little bit, that my pattern works on the long side of my paper, on the top and the bottom, but it doesn't work on the short side. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my pattern in the two long sides here, and then I'm going to create something different for these two sides. And that's totally okay. So here I go. I'm going to go ahead and trace my pattern just like this. And I'm going to go all the way across the bottom of my paper. So triangle, circle, and then square. My square is really big, but that's okay. just like that. And then I repeat it. Triangle, circle, and then square. And that's what I'm going to do all the way across the bottom and top. So at this point, I'm going to speed up my video, and I'm going to finish it up. So there is my pattern in the top and the bottom of my paper. And now I'm going to choose just to do a modified pattern in here. So if I put these in here, I can see that if I do 3 shapes, it's not going to fit all the way. But what happens if I choose to do maybe just 2 shapes? 2 shapes will fit. And so I can do that. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a modified pattern with my square and my circle on the sides so that they fit. And you can just eyeball this, and if it's not perfect, there's no problems there. Just like this. Alright, students, so that's how you make a border for your poster using found objects around your house. Anything that you can find, you can use. Your objects do have to be kind of small, so just know that when you choose objects, if you have Legos or anything like that that are small like this, it'll work really, really, really well. Alright, so I'm going to stop the video here. We are going to then go on and we're going to figure out how we're going to color it in. And yet again, we're going to use patterns. So colors that are similar for each of these things to complete our border.